will be losing a pinball machine today, hopefully.
Oh, boy.
Waiting for Ron Beddington's approval.
Collector's item.
Benji said yes. Waiting for Ron to say yes. It's over Johnny. Benji, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I live in Connecticut. I'm down there with my pickup truck. I'll give you $1,200 cash for it now.
$1,200 will buy a lot of beer, Anthony.
This ain't about the money, right?
Yeah.
You know what you could do? By the time I probably get down there, your boy toy will be there, and I can pay you right in front of him. That would crush him.
See, get Ron on the phone right now. See? That's why this has to happen.
That would crush your boy toy.
Don't say boy toy. Holy ass. Boy toy. I will have to say no to the $1,200.
Yeah.
He's listening to himself because he was so witty for our show today. Josh, what's going on?
It's Joel.
Oh?
Yeah, I got a deal for you. I'll give you a Marvel versus Capcom Street Fighting machine. Set it up so you could use it for free, and when you're not there, you hook it up so that they have to put quarters in it.
No.
That way you make money from now until whenever.
Like Anthony said, it's not about the money.
This ain't about money.
Fine, but look, it's a better game, something that you enjoy using.
Yeah, it's not about the money. A lot of people making offers for this thing, Anthony. It's not about that, right? Mitch from Cleveland, what's up?
Hey, I saw that pinball machine in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just a day or two ago.
Oh, yeah?
They have it up on a little pedestal and a little light on it and everything.
Hey, how about that?
Hey, I'm a pinball collector myself, and I'm into the preservation of it, but don't take any money for it. Smash that thing.
He's into the preservation of it.
Yeah, but, I mean, smash it. That's funnier.
Well, we got to find Ron. We don't even know where he is.
Hey, I'll tell you the video game you guys want to get. They got one where you shoot people and you duck behind things, and it's all done with motion sensors. I think Anthony would really like it.
I don't like any of that crazy mumbo-jumbo.
Okay.
Like
you don't wear it. You just stand in front of it.
All right, Mitch, thank you.
Duck behind.
Hey, you guys are the best.
Mitch from Cleveland. The pinball machine's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, we'll patiently wait for Ron to call in, hopefully. In the meantime, you were reading a story just before we went on the air?
Yeah, I think this classifies as an FU. First, though, and this kind of has something to do with it, are we running something about stopping the violence during the Olympic Games? I'm getting a lot of instant feedback on this one. So I guess during spots we run some kind of is it a PSA or is it?
It's a spot.
It's a spot?
How are we going to stop the violence?
I don't know. It's something about how are you guys carrying commercials calling for stopping the violence during the games? What a bunch of tree-hugging liberal bull S.
We got a lot of
I don't know
weird spots like that lately.
Those sales whores can do better than that.
You hear the commercials for Queer as Folk?
Voted #1 show by Al Dukes.
Well, Al's now selling ads for the radio station. He's bartering left and right.
What is that for?
You want to hear a little piece of it?
Yeah, let me see. Oh, starts with the piano music.
In 776 B.C., the Greek states of Elis and Pisa were at war.
Right.
This was not unusual by any means.
Sure.
What was unusual was this. In honor of the forthcoming Olympic Games, both sides agreed to lay down their arms and allow participants to pass through enemy territory
What year?
unharmed.
776.
This became a tradition, and in over 1,000 years of ancient Olympic competition, this sacred truce known as the Icaria was never violated. We invite the countries of the world to embrace this ancient tradition once more.
Yeah, the countries are listening to us right now, you
during the
idiot.
Olympic Games. If we can stop fighting for 16 days, maybe we can do it forever. A celebration of humanity.
Holy smoke. You gotta be kidding me. What is that?
Who sponsored that?
What is that? Yeah, it doesn't even...
Olympic Committee.
Oh, it's the Olympic Committee?
Yeah. That's what it says on the spot.
Dude.
That means nothing.
What's that about? I don't think anyone stopped bombing during World War II either, to tell you the God's honest.
Are you playing that in 100 countries and 100 different languages?
Wow.
What if we go there without our guns and they didn't get the spot?
And they didn't hear the spot on the Afghani version of the O&A show.
Right.
The Omar and Akbar show.
Wait, I thought it was...
Where does Shahid our sales go?
I thought it was going to be friendly, the friendly games.
She will buy anything. Get her in here so we may beat her with sticks. That's kind of silly.
That's cute. Cute. All right. Sure. Why not? All right.
So doesn't make. I mean. All right. Yeah, whatever. As long as they turn a buck, I guess everything's fine.
I don't need. Did they pay for that at least? Amy, what's up?
That is the wussiest piece of crap ad I've ever heard.
Isn't that just beat me up in the schoolyard kind of quality to it?
First of all, are we at war or are we in freaking nursery school? Just blow those guys up.
Is that more wussier than the Queer as Folk ads we're running?
Actually, I think it is.
You know, in 776 during the Olympics, I believe men wrestled naked too. I don't want to see that either.
Right.
Yeah, really.
Don't know what the hell.
All right, Amy. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
We're supposed to lay down our arms. It was a simpler time back then. I think when they were duking it out back then, it was all about, I want your property. And if we'll play the games, fine, and then I'll get back to just hacking your people in two. A little more complex these days. 2002. I don't think we'll be laying down our arms. But speaking of our little actions and what we're doing in Afghanistan and Osama bin Laden, all that happy horse crap that's going on, here is why we are doomed. We are doomed in this battle against terrorism.
I like to think that people are going to wake the F up, Anthony.
It ain't going to happen as long as there are lawyers and panty wastes out there. Booted bodyguard lashes out at airline. There it is. Remember a while back, the Secret Service agent? He's an Arab American. Secret Service agent was denied boarding and flying on an American Airlines plane because he was armed and he had some inconsistencies with his paperwork to bring a weapon on an aircraft. And believe me, if two airlines should be a little flustered, it's United and American. And the pilot said that this guy got a little loud when his identity was questioned as a Secret Service agent. And they denied him that flight, and then when everything was checked out, he boarded another American Airlines flight and continued on his way. Does it end there, Opie? No. Does it ever end there?
Of course not.
No. A lawyer, a scum-sucking lawyer for the Secret Service agent, yesterday accused an American Airlines pilot of kicking the agent off the flight because he's an Arab American. Here's why we're doomed. But the pilot said he refused to fly the agent because he became loud and abrasive. The agent, who's a member of Bush's security detail, was booted from the flight. The only reason why he was not allowed on that plane is because he is an American of Arab descent, said his lawyer, John Relman, probably a self-hating Jew. Relman sounds like a Jewish name, right? And he's a lawyer. How the hell do these Jews take up these scumbags' causes? How do they do that? What self-respecting Jewish guy would defend a son of a bitch like this if it wasn't for the money? You're busting those stereotypes apart, you scumbag lawyers. Let him have an Arab lawyer. Why doesn't he? That doesn't look good in the court. Looks good if he's got a Jew by his side. These friggin' Jew lawyers, man, are stupid. Wow. You're stupid.
All Jew lawyers?
Yes.
You're out of your mind.
Dude, what do you want me to say? I'm being completely honest. There is no self-respecting Jew that should take the cause of defending these animals. Animals. That's what I'm saying. He's a self-hating Jew. If there's a Jew out there that wouldn't take this case, God bless you. Pure and simple, this is a case of discrimination. That's what he's saying. The agent identified in published reports as Walid Shater is demanding, here it is, an apology for the airlines and civil rights training for its flight crews. You know something? You know, the only civil rights trainings I think pilots need is fly over where two buildings used to be. If an American Airlines pilot has a doubt in his mind about an Arab getting on your plane, yes, an Arab. Those are the only people so far that have crashed into our buildings. If an Irishman hijacks a plane, then those effing Irish bastards shouldn't be allowed on either.
Hey.
But what?
Be careful.
I'm just saying that.
We're too busy getting drunk. We
don't
have time for something like that.
I understand. All right, the Italians. If an Italian gets on a plane and crashes it into our building, any dago that wants to board a plane should be denied. Now, what I'm saying is, this guy was an Arab. Yes, an Arab American.
Freaking forget about it.
Hey, forget about it.
Forget about it.
This isn't about civil rights training. This is about self-preservation. It's about changing things in time of war and not having to apologize for your actions. Maybe next time the pilot will have suspicions and think to himself, you know something, I really need this effing job. And if this son of a bitch turns around and takes me to court on some civil rights violation, I might get fired. So you know what? I'm going to let him on. I'm going to question my better judgment and let this guy on this plane. And then we're right back to square one again. We can't worry about offending people. And this Secret Service agent is a scumbag, too. He should take the bullet and just go, all right, you know something? We're in wacky times here.
Sucks to be me.
Sucks to be me right now.
Sucks to be me this time around.
It sure sucked to be the Japs in the 40s when they were putting them in happy little camps out in the desert. But you know something? Times change. We got over it. We buy you cars.
That's right. The sushi's good.
The sushi's great. I love the nail places for the girls and the Yankee Cranky happy ending. You can't beat it.
Those are the Koreans, Anthony.
Them too. Then here's another thing from the We Are Doomed portion of this war. That Moussaoui guy, the accomplice that was supposed to be one of the hijackers.
The 20th hijacker, the bald guy? Yeah.
Arrested. He's going to stand trial now for conspiracy. Faces the death penalty on some of these charges. Thank God. Him and his lawyer now asking for a televised trial on court TV to assure he gets a fair trial. He wants the American people, same people he was killing, to now assure him of a fair trial. What's his lawyer's name? I can't find it right here. You know what this guy's doing? Just like they used our resources, our American ingenuity and know-how to kill Americans, they're now going to use the same stuff to try to get off the hook. The American press, TV, and our stupid liberal panty-waist emotions. I would love to watch it on court TV. I always loved that thing. The OJ thing was a scream, was a hoot.
I like the trial with the blue dot.
Blue dot trial with the Kennedy rape thing?
Yeah, right.
That was good.
That was a fun one.
But you know something? No. I think this should be behind closed doors. Put him in. Go in the indoor, come out the outdoor in a body bag. I don't care what happens in the interim. All these guys, all of them, you mark my words, that son of a bitch traitor, that John Walker guy, when they bring him back, same thing. They're going to use every resource to save their asses. And you know what? We'll buckle under. Those effing lawyers will twist it around, and they'll make him the poor victimized son of a bitch, and he'll never see the death penalty. You. So I say to you, Americans, never forget what we saw September 11th. Keep that in mind when these people are being tried, if it takes years. Always remember, happen, and never, ever get soft on these people. Can't let political correctness get in the way of justice and our safety in this country. If an Arab gets upset because he's denied access to an airplane because of discrepancies, well, so be it. The way it's got to be. That's the time we're living in now. We have to be inconvenienced as Americans, and fear for our life must be inconvenienced then, with some more extra scrutiny. And in closing, God bless America. Thank you. Yeah.
You know, the last person anyone should ask about the whereabouts of any of the senior Al-Qaeda or Taliban is Don Rumsfeld. To the extent I had any knowledge, it would be self-defeating for our country and for our effort for me to even utter any thought about that, because it would be a clear indication that those individuals should stop being where they're being. So it would be mindless to answer a question like that. And I shall not answer a question like that.
Do you think those reports are credible?
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Well, I have not in the past, and I will not in the future answer those questions about their location. Anyone who does answer those questions, probably either does not know what they're talking about, or if they do, violating criminal law, providing intelligence information that it's against the law to provide to people who are not cleared for that intelligence information. So I really... we're looking for them. We intend to find them, and we intend to capture or kill them. And that's the best we can do.
Hey, that's nice.
I figured a Rumsfeld clip would be nice there.
I love that Rumsfeld guy. Some people a little angry. Some people agreeing with me, some a little angry.
Well, sure. John, what's up?
Hey, Opie. Hey, Anthony.
Hello.
John, first of all, is not a Jewish name. It's from the Bible. Okay?
I'm not talking about the John part. I'm just, whatever. I've seen plenty. I was watching CNN the other night, and there is a fine Jewish gentleman lawyer talking about how he would take up the cause of any of these terrorists, and I could not figure out why on earth they would do that. These people hate the Jews and want them dead, yet you would defend them, that the Jewish people would then defend them. I just can't understand it.
Dude, second,
yeah.
That guy is Egyptian. He's not an Arab.
Egypt what the hell is Egyptian? That's Arab.
It's not Arab.
Oh, Egyptian is an Arab gentleman.
So, dude, when you went to Opera Aida, you and your girlfriend, you want to tell me you went to an Arab opera?
I heard girlfriend, and that's all I understood. What happened?
I said when you went, you and your girlfriend, to Opera Aida in Manhattan. You went, you and your girlfriend, to Arab opera, or you went to an Egyptian opera?
What? Arab opera or Egyptian opera? Oh, Aida?
Yes.
Oh, I think I understood this guy. Jesus. I thought either we were being hijacked or he was talking about Aida. Yes, sir. I went to see...
Aida.
I don't know about Egyptian or Arab.
It is Egyptian.
I know they all wear those things on their head.
So it's a big difference between Egyptian and Arab. Look at the map. What is Egypt and Africa?
Look, right now, I don't care what nationality they are. If you're going on the plane with a gun and you're Arab, Egyptian, or any other part of that place over there, you have some extra scrutiny you got to go through. That's just the way it is. Sorry.
That guy is Secret Service, for God's sake. What are you expecting?
He had a gun, and he was going on a plane. I think George Bush should be there to say, he's good. And even then it should be questioned. You know what I'm talking about? It's the time we live in. Face it. God.
We do face it. We live in this country. We know exactly what he's talking about. But if the guy is Secret Service, have a badge, have an ID, government ticket.
Hey, I can't be blamed for the fact that your ancestors decided to do something horrible. The people that are related to your ancestors in some way did something awful. You know? So now you're the guys that got to take the brunt of it. Sorry. There have been plenty of other races during the history that have had to do the same thing.
We're not talking about violence. We're talking about just suspicion. That's it.
Right.
We're a little more suspicious right now.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
West Coast Dave saying he never wants to hear that guy's voice on an airplane. Ever. Madre Daida, your girlfriend. What? What happened? She's being held hostage?
All right.
He was threatening me.
We better take a break. The phones are lit, though. We'll go to them next, okay? And what's going on with Chicago now? Really fast. Sean, what's going on?
Yeah, you guys got a problem with the Chicago station out here.
We already know that.
Okay, not only do I have to listen to it at like 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But they're cutting the hell out of your show.
In what way now?
Okay, so...
Well, they have decided what you guys should hear and what you shouldn't hear. We know that already.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Because they replaced the Muhammad Ali bit the other day. I want to listen to his racist vaudeville show.
Well,
how did we get to listen to Stalker Patty and her courtship friggin' toenails again?
Wait, hold on. But how did you... you're in Chicago right now?
Yeah.
So you heard us do the Muhammad Ali thing live? I mean, how...
No, we didn't hear it at all. We heard you talking about it going up to it. And then on What Have We Learned Today... We heard you talking about it.
Oh. They cut out the Ali bit?
They cut out the Ali bit.
Those guys are a bunch of douchebags up there. I swear to God.
And just hearing that bit cured AIDS, by the way.
Huh?
It was that good. Just hearing the bit cured AIDS.
They're a bunch of douchebags. If they don't like the show how it is, then let another station take it. And you know what? They'll put it on in a better time slot, and we'll kick your ass.
There you go.
Obviously, Chicago will not hear this tonight because they have already decided, we better not put this on the radio. Bunch of douchebags, I swear to God. They've been editing our show since the beginning. They admitted it to our boss, so I know that you're telling the truth, Sean.
Easy. You're being insensitive.
Super GM Ken Stevens talked to them up there, and they admitted, well, we didn't want to offend this section of our audience, so we blew off this bit. They were talking bad about the station. Of course, we can't have that on our airwaves.
Yeah, that was funny, so we took that out. Did Super GM go with his cape and big S on his chest?
I swear to God, I'm convinced that they got our show in Chicago, threw it on in the middle of the night, so we can't compete with them.
Yeah, that's what they did. Duh! Of course! They don't want us on their station, but they don't want us against their station.
Take us off your station, we'll go on an afternoon drive, and we'll kick your ass. Guaranteed.
Well, all the other afternoon guys out here make sure the O&A show.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, we
know
definitely.
it. We know why they have us on their air. It's not because they're supporting the show. You're not supporting the show if you're editing it for your liking. I hate this business. I know it's been said before, but I swear to God it's the truth.
Do they have kryptonite in Chicago? Maybe Super GM Ken Stevens goes over there and then loses his power when he talks to them?
We're preempted by minor league hockey, sometimes high school basketball. Yeah, that makes sense. Bunch of douchebags. I hope you enjoy editing this out of tonight's program, you asswipe.
They'll edit it.
Yeah, keep looking at the ratings. Real impressive, aren't they? Douches.
No wonder.
Thanks, Sean, for the update.
No problem, guys. You guys suck.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Jeff, you dick. Jeff Schwartz, you dick. You pussy.
Play the goddamn show. Play it like we do it.
Can't even stick up to your bosses and tell them what's right and what's wrong. Douche. You'll be out of a job soon, too.
Ooh. Is that a threat?
No, it's just, we're weeding out the weak PDs in this business. You're next, Jeff. Good job, douche. God. Take us off the station. That's all we want.
Absolutely. Why has that been done already? I know we had spoken about this a while back, and then it was told to us that things were going to get better or something.
Let me tell you
something.
something.
They're not. Let's go.
Let me tell you something. The Muhammad Ali bit?
Yeah.
One of the funniest things we've done in months.
It was a lot of fun. Even we enjoyed it.
In months. Muhammad Ali telling racial jokes.
Yep.
So we went with it.
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes of hilarious radio.
Yeah.
They have decided, this is too edgy for us.
Got to be politically correct.
We'll put it on a station that enjoys that type of thing.
Buffalo likes it. Most offensive radio show in local history. Yeah, that's right.
All the other cities we're on take the show as is.
Yeah, well, we'll talk with Super GM and Super Agent.
Crinkle Crinkle, what's up?
Yo, guys.
Hey.
Yo, I was down in Chicago for Christmas, and I thought you guys were going to play the Homeless Shopping Spree.
We replayed it Christmas Eve for everybody.
In Chicago, they had the bit where Anthony was talking about his ex-mother-in-law, and where Lynch was in the studio.
On Christmas Eve?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And to top it all off, in the funniest parts of Anthony's story, they were just cutting off.
Huh. Well, we'll confirm all that.
Thank
you, Crinkle Crinkle. Buffalo's got no problem with our show. Like that.
A lot of places.
Like
Boston
Buffalo.
doesn't have a problem. Washington, Philly,
Boston had a little
Cleveland.
problem New Year's Day. That's what I hear.
Well, people want to hear music instead of us.
All right. I'm just saying. I'm not putting Boston in the all good column right away.
All right. We're still waiting for Ron to call in.
Mm-hmm.
He says, yes, pinball machine will be destroyed. And trust me, I know Ant's going to want a few shots now after that rant.
Yes.
We'll be back.
I am Dave.
I'm Perry.
Steven. And we're Jane's Addiction. This is Jane's Addiction. You're listening to Opie and Anthony. You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Anthony and Opie. And you're listening.
Back to the Opie and Anthony show. Riled up today. Riled up. People riled up. Michael, you're next. What's up?
Hey, Opie, how you doing?
Oh, it's this Michael.
Yeah. Listen, Anthony, you hit the nail right on the head. I guarantee you this fucker clown is going to come back to this country. They're not even talking about treason or anything like that. Next thing you know, he's going to be on all the talk shows.
Yep.
And he's going to write a book.
Book deal. Wait, my friend. Book deal's already rolling in for him.
Yep.
You know, it's ridiculous. You should take him out, pay-per-view, and hang this guy.
You know what the problem is Erica loves crap like this. We eat it up. This is a brand new thing. This is a brand new type of criminal.
Can I stop
that we
you
can
for a
deal
second?
with. Yeah.
Do I have to start up the patriotic music?
No, that's okay.
Go, Anthony. Go all day long.
I was just going to be quick on this one. It's a brand new type of criminal we got, and the lawyers are loving this. And that's why I get pissed off at the lawyers that accept these cases, because to them, that's like a band playing the garden, playing a huge, it's the big time.
Yeah, I mean, what they're trying to do is just make the almighty dollar. He'll be in front of Barbara Walwell before you know it.
Right. And the lawyers trying this case, all of a sudden they're rock stars, man. They're on TV every day. This is what it's not so much, they don't care about defending the Constitution, giving the guy his right to an attorney. Care that they are now the rock stars of the legal world. It's what they've been gearing up for their whole life.
Yeah, just real quick. Did you know about our new mayor, Bloomberg? He was talking about the World Trade Center building yesterday.
Another douchebag.
Yeah.
Already hate the new mayor of New York.
What did he do?
I mean, he was
what
talking
he's done
about
to the cops and the firemen already?
Well,
cutting budgets and taking money out of their pocket already.
Yeah, the guy who runs that new guy who's supposed to be running the firemen has no idea what he's doing. First of all.
Well, that's another thing. Quickly for everybody else. Bloomberg appointed the head of the fire department, and the guy has never been a firefighter. He's a businessman. Bloomberg's take on it is, we got people in the fire department that know about the firefighting aspect. We need a guy in charge that knows about budgets and management and whatnot. But I believe in order to know how to divvy up money and whatnot and resources, you got to kind of know what it takes to fight fires and what kind of equipment you do need. And if you got a guy at a firehouse saying that he needs such and such equipment, I think the guy in charge should know what that equipment is, how it's used, had used it before. I think that makes it a little more effective.
Well, I mean, he's also talking about the World Trade Center and the building. I mean, they're not going to rebuild it to it was. And I think they should go right back to it. I mean, they're talking it's highly unlikely it's going to happen.
Well, they're figuring, though, that the businesses will not want to go back into that situation.
That's crap.
I understand. I do understand that. Like, right after it happened, we were all kind of rah-rah, let's get 120 stories up,
Yeah.
But now... First of all, they wouldn't be able to lease space up there. It would be a vacant building above 50 floors.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding?
I mean, come on. Don't you think they're going to go to the extreme now and watch out for that? I mean,
unless Wile E. Coyote wants to buy 50 stories of a building, because that's the only person that's going to go in that goddamn thing. No, who's gonna rent out?
You might, but if you work in the building, you might take a peek above 50, real fast, a quick elevator ride and quick back down.
Won't get me down.
Do you think we'd let it happen again?
We don't have a choice.
We didn't let it happen the first time, my friend.
Yeah, no one has a choice in these things, man. If someone gets a renegade plane, it's all over again.
Well,
not that it couldn't happen in a 20-story building, but it's kind of hard. We've realized to get people up into those buildings now.
You're not going to see those buildings.
No. Yeah, but if you see a smaller building, then we're defeated, don't you think?
Well, we lost one, okay? Yeah, we took up one in the lost column. That means we've got to just kill 10,000 more of them.
Hey,
I don't care.
Let's look at the facts. Even Buster Douglas got lucky.
All right. Listen, Anthony, I really appreciate the way you're going at it.
Back strong after that, and we're coming back strong.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You got to pick your battles, and one of them that we can win at, sure, we could build another building that way, but it would kind of be unsafe.
Do you think memorial, too, is fitting?
I wouldn't like the whole place to be a memorial. I think we need the office space in the city. They're saying that a hell of a lot of office space was taken out. I hate to say this. They're talking about 4 smaller buildings.
Yeah, but I hate to say this, but the land is so valuable that you will not see a memorial there.
No, if they could incorporate it into the buildings or something like that, that's fine. But
and that's pretty cold to say, but that's the facts of...
It's business, yeah. You're right, Opie.
It comes down to business. You will not see a huge memorial like they did in Oklahoma City. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of buildings in that space, and hopefully something that...
I mean, that's the fact of me being patriotic. I would rent space there. I mean, even if the World Trade Center came back, I don't care. I don't think it'll happen again.
All right, they offer you space on the 105th floor. What are you doing?
I'll take it.
Wow. You're a bigger man than
I'm not trying to be macho or anything. I mean, I'd do it because I doubt that we would let the country that we are let this happen
Michael,
again.
you would never get work done. If you would be looking out that window
constantly.
The whole time you were there.
I got it.
Taking a peek.
Huge water slides into the Hudson. Something happens. Whee!
Do you hear about the executive parachutes they're selling now?
Yeah, this is hysterical. I heard about people that they're buying parachutes, these small chutes that you strap on. You can jump out a goddamn window and just get down on this parachute. And get this, though. Some parachute enthusiasts are saying this is a horrible thing because most people will just die not knowing how to work the equipment.
Yeah, well, at least get a shot at it.
Given the choices, I would rather take my chance with the chute.
Yeah. So the jet fuel pouring down on you.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare anyway.
I'll take my chances with the chute.
All right, guys.
All right.
Good talking to you. Take care.
Michael, you rock. Thanks. I like when Michael calls. Erica really upset in Boston.
What's the matter, Erica?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I'm a 20-year-old from Boston. I was listening to you guys a few minutes ago and heard what you were saying about Jews.
Not too liberal. 20-year-old from Boston. Ho-ho.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, I was just wondering if you consider yourselves to be patriotic.
Yes, I do. Sure.
Okay, so do you think it's productive to say negative things about a population in the United States, which is part of this country?
You know what I'm saying? Negative. Am I saying negative things about all Jews?
The way you were saying it seemed like you pretty much were being pretty anti-Semitic. So,
anti-Semitic. There you go, because I'm pointing out that there are unscrupulous Jewish lawyers out there
but you know
that take up the causes of
Christian
Arabs.
Lawyers too.
Yeah, but you know something?
So why did you differentiate between whether or not they're Jewish?
Erica, because Jews have a special interest in this that Christian lawyers don't. They should absolutely not take up the causes of these people that have been trying to eliminate them, that hate them, that want them dead for years. Why then would you, as a Jewish lawyer, take up these people's causes?
Right, and so you can say that maybe you don't think it makes sense, but does that mean that you should go around saying that they're only doing it for the money and all these other things?
They're doing it for money and notoriety, period.
Well, I think a lot of lawyers do that, but I don't think there's a reason to make it into a...
No, there is a reason, because there's a special circumstance with Jewish lawyers as opposed to any other lawyer in this circumstance. Any self-respecting Jewish lawyer should not take up the cause of these terrorists. I don't think any lawyer should, all right? I'll say that. But even more so, the Jewish lawyer should stay away from this.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I think that the way you talked about it really... is pretty silly considering that what just happened on September 11th showed us how much hate there is in the world and how much we don't need to contribute to that,
Erica,
because there's enough.
You know why I'm saying it like that? Because I'm not thinking about sounding politically correct.
It's not about sounding politically correct. It's about not offending. It's about not perpetuating Nazism. I mean, what you were saying sounds like something that you would have heard on the radio 40 years ago.
See what happens the second you criticize a Jewish lawyer for taking up the cause of an Arab. You're automatically now an anti-Semite and akin to Hitler. Holy Jesus Palomino, Erica.
Well, I'm sorry, but I think what's your religion?
Me? I'm pretty much nothing.
Okay, well, if there was something about yourself, whatever your ethnic background is, and people were going around saying, those damn Polish lawyers, they blah, blah, blah.
You know something?
They're greedy, whatever. I think you might be a little upset, too, and it's not about being politically correct.
If I had an open mind enough to realize that whatever ethnic background I had was being hypocritical, I would shut my mouth, is what I do.
I'm not responsible for what Jewish lawyers choose to do. That's their personal decision.
Why are you
But for you to talk about all Jewish lawyers in a derogatory way because of what a few people are doing is not right.
Hey, Erica, I said I would shake the hand of a Jewish lawyer that would absolutely turn these sons of bitches down. I would shake his hand, pat him on the back, and go, God damn, I can't believe it. Fantastic. But you know something? I'm only seeing the ones on TV that are taking up the causes. I'm sure there are
which is a very, very small percentage, isn't it?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I hope you take that into account next time before you open your mouth to say something.
I'm calling the ones that are accepting the cases dirt bags.
Thank you, Erica.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, well, there's another 10 minutes of radio that Chicago won't hear tonight.
I didn't even get to call her a twat, and you hung up. Holy jeez.
She's like, I don't even get to call her a twat, and you hung up.
Yes, Maggie, that's what I said.
Well, hey, Maggie, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
All right.
Like if Maggie could repeat it. Read that back to me, please.
No, I was telling the girls in my office because we're on a delay. So I'm hearing everything, and then I'm telling them.
Okay.
Hi, I live in New Hampshire. Mm-hmm. I live in Portsmouth, and the town next door.
Which town?
Dover.
Dover, sure.
Yeah, in their high school, there were two girls elected best couple.
And there was a big problem with it, and finally the principal allowed it to happen. Well, this group of Baptists came from Kansas.
The goddamn Baptists.
Mother effing. Yep.
Baptists.
And they are protesting.
I hate Baptist lawyers. I have no clue about the Baptists.
I don't either.
Are there any Baptist lawyers? I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, I have my...
So what was the problem? Two girls were, voted prom king and queen or something?
No. They were voted best couple.
Best couple.
They were together.
For the cute yearbook picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this group from Kansas comes down, and they're standing outside the Dover High School and all over Dover with these signs like "God hates Dover."
They came all the way from Kansas to protest that.
Fags must die. Like all these horrible, like Matt Shepard must rot in hell for 3 years. These horrible people. I guess they get funded by some church group.
Yeah. I enjoy the lesbian couples in the.
Well, I mean, I'm not a lesbian, but I mean,
yeah, more hate in the name of religion.
Huh?
More hate in the name of religion. It's wonderful, isn't it?
I know. We are doomed as a human race.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We are. I completely believe we're doomed. People worry about, remember yesterday the guy called up and goes, someday the sun is going to get so big, it's going to engulf the earth and then shrink down to a white dwarf.
And we are all going to die.